Hi everyone, it's New Year's Eve here in Australia and I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to show you my 2014 finishes for the year. And as some of you may already know, I had one major finish last night, so perfect timing for me to do this video. Before I show you those finishes though, I would just like to reflect back on 2014 and mention a few of my new experiences. Some of you already know that I've mentioned before I've been stitching for a very long time. It's been over 20 years and I still managed to start some new things this year, which was fantastic, and there's even more that I will be doing again next year. So just wanted to list off a few of those things. Sorry, I have made a list today. I'm incredibly tired. I've been stitching a lot over the last few days, so my brain's not working properly. One of the first things that I did this year was I started my first stitch along. It happened to be a mystery stitch along, but it was just wonderful being part of a group of people that are stitching a similar product, or in my case it was the same product, and you know, just felt like you're stitching with a best friend. So that was a really lovely experience, and I'm going to be doing more of those next year. It was my first time stitching on hand-dyed fabric, and I found that really lovely to work on. So I've actually joined a Fabric of the Month club for next year, so looking forward to more of that. It was my first time stitching with DMC Glow in the Dark floss. Can't say that I like it all that much. It's different to stitch with, but the effects are really wonderful. So that was another new thing. Obviously this was my first Heaven and Earth designs this year. I would never have known about this website if it wasn't for Flosstube and Facebook groups, so thank you all for inspiring me to go and visit that site and make an incredibly long wish list like all of you also have. You know, taking the plunge and starting it, and that's going to be a lifelong project for me, Heaven and Earth designs, because I just love them so much. This year also I purchased a Millennium stand and frame, which has completely changed my way of stitching and my comfort of stitching, so that was awesome, which also then led to two-handed stitching, which I've never been able to do before because of the tension on my other frames was so poor. And also my parking technique, which I attempted this year for the first time and I absolutely love, so I will be doing that on future projects that have those types of stitches where it's, you know, it's all full stitching and no background showing. I will definitely be continuing that in many years. This year also was my first YouTube video. That was an experience after watching quite a few of you and thinking I have to join in on this. This looks like a lot of fun, and I'm really glad I did, and I hope to keep doing them as long as you all still enjoy watching them. Also this year was my first Christmas ornament, and I have always loved Christmas cross stitches. I have a multitude of Christmas designs and I really don't know why I haven't stitched one before now. So that will be a yearly thing for me to stitch a Christmas ornament. And also this year was my first cushion finish, which again was my Christmas ornament that was finished into a cushion. So being such a little tiny design, you know, has given me a little bit more confidence to finish some of my other projects into maybe bigger cushions. So that was really nice. So that's my 2014 first. There's probably some more that I have forgotten. Next year there will be a lot more firsts. I think we never really can know everything. There's just so much to know out there, and there's always something new to challenge us, so it's wonderful. So on to the finishes. Thank goodness for Instagram, I have to say, because I was just looking back, making sure that I had my finishes in front of me, which I thought were about 3. Turns out that I have 6. There's some I've forgotten about, so thank you Instagram, and I love the way it keeps the date as well, because I've been a bit slack with keeping up to date on that. So my first, I will actually do a montage at the end with all of these photos, showing you more details, like stitch count and the finish size and things like that. So for now I'll just show you the pictures. And this one, the first one is called Seashell Treasures. And this was a Dimensions Gold Collections Petite. This is my second Gold Collections Petite, the first one being my Father Christmas one that I did last year. And I started this on 26th of December 2013 and finished it on the 6th of January. So this was only about 9 days of stitching. Quick and easy to stitch. It was lovely. I love shells. This one was intended to go in one of my bathrooms, so I will get that framed up next year. It's really pretty. Lots of back stitching in that one too. But it really makes it pop. Okay, my second finish is a Lizzie Kate design called Cat Lessons for People. Really love doing this. This was my very first Lizzie Kate. Sorry, that was another first, 2014, I forgot about my first Lizzie Kate. Really quick and easy to stitch. This one only took me about 9 days. 9 days to stitch this. I started this on the 6th of January and finished it on the 14th of January. So it's actually 8 days. Really, really simple. I love her designs. So I must get this. I'm undecided whether I want to make this into a cushion or frame it. But we'll get this one up as soon as possible. This one hasn't been washed yet, so I have to do that. Right, finish number 3. You've all seen this one. This is one I did for my daughter called Bless the Graduate. This is a Lizzie Kate design as well. This was started on the 20th of October 2014 and finished on the 26th of October 2014. Has the metallic threads in there. I took the glass off the frame because I think it sits a little better without the glass, and I used Tara C's advice and Scotch guarded the front to protect it a little bit better. So that's that one. My fourth finish for the year was my Festive owl ornament, which I stitched on my dad's birthday, 13th of December. But the actual ornament, complete finishing of the ornament, didn't occur until the 21st of December. He's just come off the tree today, and the tree has been packed away because my New Year's rule is the Christmas tree must be down before New Year's for tomorrow. And my fifth finish for the year is my Magical Creatures calendar by Clouds Factory. This was my mystery stitch along. This was a year-long project. For those of you that don't already know, each month, on the first of each month, that month's design was released. So this was a complete mystery as to what the finished look would be, and I really love it. And this is the piece that features the DMC glow in the dark. So this will be made into a wall hanging some stage. Plan is for next year. Okay, and my last finish, which is the one you've all been waiting for, is my blue dragon, which I finished last night. And I will just say that in the mad rush to get this finished, I was stitching around 1700 stitches a day and night for about 4 days. I'm absolutely exhausted. My hands are killing me. I will never set a deadline like that again. It's just with all the stitch alongs that are starting January 1st, I really didn't want this still over my head, and I wanted to get him finished. So I'm glad he's done. He's perfect timing for the end of the year. So this one I originally started on 25 count Dublin linen on the 16th of January this year. Didn't like it whatsoever, so I restarted it on 18 count Ada on the 25th of January, and as I said, finished it last night. So all in all 11 months and 5 days. So I'll show you the finished look. It was really hard taking a photo of this. I had to stand up on the table to get a photo because he is huge. Hopefully you can see all that. This is my biggest project ever. As I said, my first Heaven and Earth designs, and I'm so proud of him. Now I did say to a few of you I would share the story of why this dragon is so special. I'm not going to go into all the details to bore you, but a few years ago my son and I were involved in an assault, an unprovoked assault by a complete stranger, and it's taken its toll on both of us. Sorry, I'm a very emotional person. It's been a few years, the whole process, and this past year my part of the court case has been being finalised, which has been tough, more lawyer visits and all the rest of it. And I had said to my son early, obviously at the beginning of the year, I want to do a cross stitch for you, pick something out, and he picked out the dragon. And after I started stitching on the dragon, I gained a lot of strength from him. To me he symbolises strength and courage and determination. So I have found him to be great therapy. Every night I stitched on him, except for a few nights during the year when I was ill or when I went away. Obviously I couldn't stitch then, but I think my family understand the importance of what this means to me. Sorry about that. So obviously I gained a lot of strength from him, dealing with my own issues from the event. My son's case, he still has a few years before his finalises, because he has to be 18 and he's going to be 16 next year, so he still has a while. So it was very important for me to have this finished, to be a source of strength for him as well. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I don't want to bore you with all that. That's just making me far too emotional. One more thing I wanted to share with you. It's not my finish, but my daughter started cross-stitching this year, which was an absolute shock to me. Made me extremely happy that she wanted to do this. And she stitched a Clouds Factory design, American Horror Story. And I actually framed it for her and gave it to her for Christmas. And this is it here, all finished. This was actually a wooden frame, and my husband painted it black. And I'm just really happy with the finish of that, and she's absolutely wrapped. So yeah, that took her about 10 days of stitching, and she now has a whole heap of TV series that she would like to stitch along. So I think that's fantastic, and it's a great idea for kids, is to show them the Clouds Factory site, because there's a lot of things on there that kids would be interested in. So if you have children that you would like to show them how to cross stitch, I totally recommend that site. Nice and easy, full cross stitches. There is some back stitching in some of the designs, but all in all really good. So that's it. I'm going to leave it there. I'd like to wish you all a happy new year. Thank you again to everyone that subscribes and comments and likes. I couldn't have done any of this without you this year. Having your constant support and encouragement has meant so much to me. Just want to give you all a big hug and say thank you so much. And may 2015 bring many new starts and lots of finishes to all of you. Thanks again for watching, and take care. Bye.